Okay, good morning. My name's Tom Long. I'm the Director of Golf and the Head Professional here at the Kinloch Club. We are a Jack Nicklaus Championship signature golf course. The golf course itself is really a hybrid between a links course and we have obviously USGA spec greens. We have creeping bent grass on our greens. When Jack was asked the question what the signature hole was, he replied, "We don't have a signature hole, all 18 holes are signature holes." We are the Jack Nicklaus Golf Club of New Zealand, as well as being known as Kinloch. Yeah, it is really a hybrid kind of links course. We're not by the coast, we're obviously by the lake, and it's not a typical links course in the sense that you don't have 9 holes running parallel with the front 9 on the back 9. Each hole, even though it's not tree lined, is angled, so you're not really aware of other people on the golf course when you're playing any particular hole, so it's very clever in the design in that respect. It is a tough golf course. The only flat lie you will have is on the tee box. Whether you're straight down the middle of the fairway, you're going to have the ball above your feet, below your feet, side hill lie, uphill lie. The bunkering is quite extensive and guards the front of the greens quite well. The greens have quite a few buried elephants under them. There's a lot of movement on the greens here, but it is a fantastic golf course. I honestly believe it is one of the very top courses in New Zealand. Certainly one of the best courses I've played in the world. We opened all 18 holes December 2007, so the course has matured quite a bit since then. So it's in pretty good shape, and with the new owners coming along and taking over at the end of this month, November 2011, I think we've got some very exciting times ahead here. It would be fantastic if we could host a tournament. Jack actually designed this golf course with that in mind. The sides of the fairways are mounted up, so viewing galleries would have fantastic vantage points all over the golf course. We don't have too many lakes on the golf course. We only have 2. One is a par 3, a tricky hole number 3, but a beautiful par 3. And the 18th hole is a classic finishing hole, a par 5, where you can take the lake on if you wish to. But there's quite a few challenges out there on the golf course, so we don't need extra lakes to make it tough. But most people come here. I would say it really tests them first time round. A good score first time would be 30 Stapleford points, and they tend to come back, even though it tends to beat them up the first time. They do love the experience. We tend to get a lot of positive feedback, especially from the international golfers, who certainly put this in the top 3 that they play in the country. Obviously how well they play on the day depends how highly they rank it, but it's certainly on a par with Cowrie Cliffs and Cape Kidnappers. We get a lot of people that come through and they play that loop, and on the way back from Napier they'll come back here for a secondary game, and they rate this very highly indeed. So please come along, test yourself, enjoy the experience.
51 meters, par 5, all the way up to the hill. It looks pretty far up, and we have bunkers. Pretty interesting how green is all the way up in the distance. Beautiful. Hole 17, 160 meters. Just finishing off Kinloch, New Zealand. This is truly a championship course, and designed by Jack Nicklaus. And again, this is a tough championship course. Very enjoyable though, and I think a number of different things. You need to be extremely precise, you need to put your ball in position all the time, and you do have the different choices, so it's up to you to make the decision what kind of shot you want to make, and how difficult the next one's going to be. Fairly kind of firm fairways. This is a fairly young course, it's only 5 years old, so but still it's kind of firm link style fairways and firm hard greens as well, and I do like that with a golf course. A very kind of well placed bunkers all over the course, kind of very rugged look, like not the round shape, it's kind of different shapes, and very kind of rugged in a way, and I think it will be even more rugged over time. Tough greens, the greens are kind of protected by bunkers all the time, very undulated, and you need to really be creative and with your putting, and be aware of the contours and really use the contours as much as you can. So it's tough on the greens, and tough to get there and tough to put the ball in the hole. So this is a true championship course, and just the scenery is kind of fantastic. Kinloch with Lake Taupo in the background, and one of my favorite countries overall, New Zealand, is as well worth a visit, and be prepared. It could be a lot of frustration on this course, but if you are smart, play it right, you'll enjoy it, and you have a lot of kind of rewards in return on every shot you make. This is a thinker's course, and also you need to hit the ball fairly long. You have a couple of 200 meters par 3s, no easy ones at all, so this is a tough challenge, but if you're ready for a real challenge, come and play Kinloch. I think you'll enjoy it very much.
Okay, well, this is Bruce and Brian Bojay. We're brothers from just north of Indianapolis, Indiana. We're here for my 60th birthday trip, which is tomorrow, by the way, at Cape Kidnappers. So we hope to play there with you as well. Our home courses are Ewan Country Club in Lebanon, which my brother belongs to. My home course is called Bear Slide Golf Course in Cicero, Indiana. Kind of a links course, believe it or not, man-made. So you need to put that on your next trip. We started our trip here in Auckland, and have worked our way down from Kari Chris to Gulf Harbor to Waireki, I believe it's called. And we were told about Kinloch, which we think so far is probably the best course.
And if you're going to be anywhere in the area, it's definitely worth coming out to play. No question about it.
It's a pretty tough course, isn't it?
Bring your A game.
Yeah, might be one of the toughest courses we've walked on, and we've been on a lot. So there's plenty of room, there's plenty of area to hit to, but you have to know what you're doing. And
if you get off the course, it's tough.
Yeah, and anyone who travels here has to make the trip to Kinloch because it's that spectacular. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's a spectacular golf course, and also having the Lake Taupo in the background and the scenery is quite a kind of scenic golf course.
Well, do a good job of trying to explain it, but it is a little tough to show how big this is on your video. Very difficult, I would think.
Brilliant. So we're looking forward to tomorrow then, and Cape Kidnappers.
Yes, we are.
We've heard good things about that.
We've
looking forward to it.
We've talked to for one of the first people we met here. We stayed there and played there for 3 days, and he just hoped that we didn't have any wind, because he said if the wind's up, it'll be very, very difficult. But we're going anyway, so what the heck.
And I think most people, when they think about New Zealand and golf, they think about the North Island primarily, but you guys are heading down to the South Island and trying some courses out down there?
Correct. Never been in New Zealand before, but we're trying some down there, and everything we've heard is the ones that we're playing are very nice.